Hey, Max here. So today I'm going to go through the best free and budget cards to start MUT 25 with as you're grinding it, whether your money's spent, no money spent, paid for the pre-order, gonna take it on regular launch days. These should be some of the best cards to go ahead and start with. Now, shout out to MUT.gg who's got like the database going on right here, unlike me, who has a database of people who have unsubbed from me on Twitch, and I will be suing you, as I heard that's something you can do. So, for those that used to give me money who no longer give me money, you are going to hear from my lawyer. So, anyways, for the rest of us, let's talk about budget cards in MUT 25. Okay, with that said, what are you really looking for with budget, right? Since like the overall highest cards in the game, 84s, are gonna be pricey, right? Like Sauce Gardner, okay, he's gonna be well in demand. So you're gonna kind of want to look a little bit lower overall. 79s might be even pricey. Like these could be like 10K to launch. So budget is a hard thing to nail down because everything, like, it depends on how much your budget is. So I want to do in this video is kind of give you the framework for how you want to look through and filter through the database and find cards going forward. So I think max card overall, we're gonna go with 79. Let's do the free cards first that you want to chase, the best ones there. So there's a few different things. Obviously, we went through a lot of these cards yesterday, so I'm gonna go through this quick. I think the best one of these three free cards would be getting Devin Hester here. Personally, Julius Peppers is nice, Dwight Freeney is nice, but give me 84 speed at wide receiver, as he could be your returner long term at 82 overall. There's the other pre-order cards, so it's 83 D-Hop, 83 Honey Badger. Wait, hang on a second. Yeah. Of those, I would probably take Honey Badger. 82 speed is whatever. None of these cards are getting abilities, by the way, so that's not something you really have to look into too much, or no relevant abilities for some of them that will be getting abilities. Anyways, for the ultimate alumni souls that you got to do in cut and login reward, I actually kind of like Saquon Barkley. I don't like taking halfbacks really, but he's actually pretty fast and will probably be one of the better receivers for a while. So out of these three, I would take Saquon, but I actually really don't mind taking the 82 speed Hines Allen off the edge with 84, 81 versus lower block shed Myles Garrett. So those were the options, whether you want the offensive, defensive guy. As far as field pass players, you don't necessarily get these things right away, and you get a lot of them. So those aren't really necessarily like free. Team captains, the best team captain to me is like how are you going to play your theme teams. Theme teams are down to 20 out of 50 according to MUT.gg. Now I gotta wait to boot into the game before I go ahead and talk about that, like as give my opinion on it, but I don't like it. My favorite one here is probably giving yourself either a fullback for your theme team. A center is always a good team captain for chemistry too. But as far as like if you want a playmaker, maybe it's Troy Vincent. But none of these cards are like amazing, so it's generally like the lineman in this game. If you don't have if you just have like a solid card, a lineman's a good spot for a solid card. As you want your difference makers at different spots, at like your skill positions that you're always going to be trying to be updating. Okay, so also let's see. So ultimate preseason field pass rewards, not gonna be free. Season 1 cards, you will be getting these later on in Season 1, so it's not like to launch, so I don't really have to talk about these too much. You can get whoever you want there. Obviously, me, a Hines Ward guy, right? Just like I'm a Costco guy. Of course, can buy 32 ounces of mayonnaise at a time, because I need a really wet sandwich. So the rest of it, Season of Boom, Welcome Pack, Field Pass Rewards, 80s. Let's see. What are the free cards we're getting on launch? Priority cards, team captains, ultimate alumni, solos, field pass cards. I kind of want to go through budget cards right now. Like, okay, so these are MUT champ players. They're free, but you got to earn them. I don't know if you can consider like, yeah, sure, great free 89 overall Ed Reed, but yeah, you have to be one of the top 100 players in the world, and that's 2 months from now. So let's go through the budget cards, okay? So let's go position by position on the important positions, or maybe just most of them. I think at quarterback, I would ideally want accuracies over 80, and budget quarterbacks, I'm gonna go ahead and say we're kind of SOL right there. So it might just be worth getting somebody like 79 speed like Jaden Daniels, but I think quarterback, obviously being the most important position in the game of football, is the position you want to upgrade first of all in MUT. Early season quarterbacks are devastatingly awful. Generally the threshold's 80. for your accuracy, so you're going to be missing a lot of passes early on unless they've changed thresholds. I don't even want to recommend a budget quarterback other than like speed. Yikes. If pass is any indication, it's going to be a rough early year. All right, for the rest of the skill position though, you really want to go and sort and look at speed first, especially because none of these guys are getting abilities. So the best one right away, Isaac Garendo. Obviously easy. You can go ahead and get him. He's 221. Let me go ahead and zoom out a little bit here. He's 221 pounds, which is actually decent, but like what I'm feeling in cut is like weight doesn't matter. I don't know if you guys play cut at all, but weight really, I don't know. I got really thick D tackles. They don't seem to be making that much of a difference. So I like the speed. I don't like his carrying. Okay, but I do like the 83 speed for outside passes. For outside runs, sorry, also passes. A-Chan might be a little bit better because high carrying and only losing 1 speed. He's only 188. So obviously you could go somebody with a good body weight too. Jalen Wright's 210. If you want to go like a Thunder and Lightning type of deal, you could go somebody that who's a good thick body to halfback. Let's go ahead and sort by weight actually. On the running backs, dude, AJ Dillon, they got 247. So if he's a little slower, if you need like a goal line back, you could maybe go with like Braylon Allen, AJ Dillon, but generally, I think most of the best runs in this game are outside runs between, well, at least in college. In Madden, it's usually stretching. College is like jet sweeps because the game is bad, but we'll see how it plays. All right, for wide receivers also. 100% sort by speed for these budget cards to start off the game because we're not going to be hitting route running thresholds here. Now, previous years, thresholds were at 75 and 90, so you can make the argument. Now, they have changed route running in the last 2 years. Routes are now very custom to the player. Some players run routes differently. I think Jamar Chase runs some crazy, crispy, like post patterns that are different than other people. Like I said, they look at this stuff and change it every year. So all I can do off the bat is go based off what we know in the past, and what we know is speed kill. So Xavier Worthy could be a very expensive card right away. 86 speed. He's up there with Tyreek Hill as the fastest card in the game. That's like a must get. This actually card, even though he's 75, might be like 20K off the bat. It might be cost you an arm and leg because that's how important speed is, especially this position. Otherwise, Brian Thomas, he's actually a decent height too at 6'3". So we like Brian Thomas here as an outside flank. Jameson Williams got a lot of speed there for Detroit. Anthony Gould. Let's look for like some... Adonai Mitchell, 6'4". Marvin Harrison, same way. So it does look like there's quite a lot of budget beasts at the wide receiver position. So maybe Xavier Worthy won't be 20K because there's so many cards that'd be good. But like if your opponent's trotting out CBs with like 79 to 80 speed and you got Xavier Worthy, that's just free touchdowns, okay? So that's very important. Tight end, we also want speed as... Run blocking and blocking in Madden, because it's a video game, they utilize timers. And getting a shed, a lot of times they don't let guys insta-win. Insta-win means like, you ever watch TJ Watt play the game of football and they leave him one-on-one, he just gets past the guy, instantly gets the quarterback? Or like, other great pass rushers, Aaron Donald of the past. Okay, so... those are insta-wins. Those happen in real life. In Madden, in the video games, the only way insta-wins happen is if they let them, which we see in college football. They happen a bit in that game, which, I know, people are angry and okay with it sometimes, depending on how much realism versus how much time in the pocket they want. But, like, otherwise, the only other way is getting, like, A-gap blitzes, okay? So, what I'm trying to say is run blocking being 53, that's bad. And he's going to get shed as soon as Clint allows him to get shed. But... there's the Clint timers in the game, which means like your Lawrence Taylor with, we'll just say he's got 10 million block shed. Because there's a Clint timer in the game, it's going to take a second for him to win. Okay? So, and then the animation that he wins on also takes a little bit. And for him to branch to the next animation, which is chasing after the running back, it's just frequently long enough for you to scoot your way around. Okay? So, that's a big problem. And so that's why when we look at tight ends, you're like, oh yeah, what about Tanner Connor? Because he has 65 block shed, even though he was a high school bully and he shouldn't have been allowed in the NFL. Yeah, he's dating Sarah from high school, by the way. So 53, 65, There's no essentially no difference there. So we want the Jonnu Smith fast guy. We like him tall too. Trey McBride, he's a pretty big fantasy name this year, I know. I really like Trey McBride. I thought I was gonna get him for decent discount, and he's like the third tight end or something. Like, okay, well, yep. The fantasy football community kind of recognized how skilled he is. We'll see if Arizona's offense can get him those numbers. But really, again, we're looking for speed. Anybody at the top end speed here, at least with height, right? Jonnu's 6'3". Lawrence Cager's 6'5". I kind of like that. Now, I don't really like the lack of catching on him, but he is 71 for a reason. So he's going to be very cheap speed at the tight end spot, which is not a bad idea at all. Offensive lineman, okay, so how you want to judge your offensive lineman, do you run the ball, okay? If you run the ball, I would go ahead and grab the guys with the highest run block, if that's going to be your main offense. If you're passing the ball, you're going to have to look for guys with pass block finesse, pass block power. And so, depending on what they have, go ahead and just sort on this by pass block finesse, and then go ahead and grab whoever you can afford. Broderick Jones, my Steelers stud. We got to stop putting him at right tackle. Just send Dan Moore to, I don't know, Kokomo, right? Ship him out of town if that's what it takes. I don't care. Make Dan Moore play right tackle. Broderick Jones should be just the cornerstone left tackle. Stop putting him back and forth, back and forth. It's like, snip, snap, snip, snap. Do you know the mental toll this has on a Pittsburgh Steelers fan? Seeing Broderick Jones play right tackle. Tomlin, making the left tackle, make Dan Moore play right tackle. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. All right. Defensive linemen. Now, there are obviously speed, right? Okay, so let's do defensive tackles first. So defensive tackle. What I want to see there is the ability to get off of blocks and make some stops. So I'm going to look for a high block shed and high weight, and Jordan Davis is exactly that. Jordan Davis is 336 pounds of pure steel and sex appeal, and a 76 speed is like really decent. This Jordan Davis might be the best budget card on the D-line. And then 78 block shed. So get yourself a Jordan Davis right away. I would say it's probably the best recommendation I have for you. Jerzon Newton, they gave him 50. Okay, 295 only though. That's okay. 56 speed, not great. Because like once you shed the block, you got to be able to get them down. Ooh, Deshaun Hand, 76 block shed, 73 speed at 297. Now we do like him over 300, but I'll take 73 speed. Oh, Milton Williams. 76 block shed, 79 speed at 290. Jones is only 56 speed. Hurst, Hamilton's 335. You got somebody a lot slower. Obviously none of these guys are gonna be pass rushers. But 335, I'll take that. I'll take a Devon Hamilton. And then off the edge, block shedding is important, don't get me wrong. But I'm going to kind of look for the guys that can get around tackles and chase down quarterbacks. Nolan Smith looks amazing. Beal looks awesome here for this job. Now, they won't really shed very well. I will say that. These guys are basically going to be timer shedders. Like, there is a max time. So you're not talking about the minimum time before they shed. There's also a maximum time before they all shed. So basically, these guys are the guys you're going to be running on. Like, if we find like an A gap, Nolan Smith, Beal, great. Miles Murphy. But some of these guys, like 70 power move, not great. So you can go ahead and look for the highest power move. You're not going to really find a whole lot here, though. Highest power move is 79 on Karlaftis. Kwity Paye, actually, 79 speed, 78 power move, is a pretty good edge rusher for you. We then have Jermaine Johnson. Let's take a look for finesse move, guys. So the best finesse moves. So there's power moves and there's finesse moves. Bryce Huff. Actually, I like this Josh Sweat. It's 81 speed with 80 finesse moves. Plus, he has the legendary card art of Madden's past. So Josh Sweat, great edge right off the bat. 79 overall. It might be expensive, though. We'll see how much 79s cost off the bat as far as training ratios. Outside linebackers, middle linebackers. It really depends on if you want a coverage or a pass rusher. I probably would just get like somebody like Odafe Owe here, who is 84 speed. 76 power moves, pretty good too. So these are the kind of guys because, like, sure, I won't be able to shed a lot of blocks with the budget squad, but I want to be able to fly. So my outside backers, we're kind of just holding our noses up at every single attribute except for the amount of ground they can cover in what time. So we're going with big bodies that can move. Same thing with corner. You really want, big bodies. Caleb Farley was a budget beast last year. 2 years ago, was that even? 83 speed, 6'2". Give that to me. Now, obviously, nobody's going to be keeping up with Tyreek Hill or Xavier Worthy with 86 speed, so we won't be able to press them, but Kalen Barnes, 6 foot, 84 speed. This is about as good as you can do. Yes, your zone coverage is going to be brutal. You can really look for zone coverage over 75 if you want to look for somebody that you can play on cover 3. They're not going to react great, so I almost would rather just take my chances on, like, switch sticking to somebody fast and then making a play there, as none of your early cards, like, there's no abilities on them, so it's not going to be fun to go ahead and chase it. Otherwise, Ashton Davis, let's see, who's here tall? Ashton is 6'1", that's plenty tall. Johnson's 5'10". Let me look through, wait, who's the tall? Oh, chin cards always play really well. Scene has been a budget beast in the past. Joey Blunt, is he related to Mel? He's 6'1", that's fine. Nick Cross has had some amazing playing cards in the past. Cisco, he's had one card before that I liked, one card that I hated. So who's the mixed bag? Let's go look through. Who's the tallest safety? Let's actually see the tallest safety plus speed. Yeah, it looks like Jeremy Chin might be the best user to start the game. 83 speed. Neil looks like a really good user too. 6'2". This card is 82 speed. McCullum's 81 speed. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Is like we also obviously want Isaiah Palamau, 80 speed. He's 6'4". J-Rod Kerr, 78 speed. He's getting a little bit slower, even though he's tall as heck. Tallest middle linebacker is going to be Trail. Oh wow, Troy Anderson and Diabate, 84 speed at 6'4". Those might be your middle linebackers, okay? Isaiah Simmons is here too, 6'4", 83 speed. They actually made some of these guys. Wait, why is Peyton Wilson 67 speed? That's got to be a typo. Bro ran a 4'4". He gave him 67 speed. This guy, what? Okay, I just had my heart broke. Bro ran a 4'4". And got 67 speed. What was Troy Anderson's 40? Hang on. Troy Anderson 40 time. 4'42". And he got, Troy Anderson got 84 speed and Peyton Wilson ran in the 4'4s. He got 67. This is ludicrous. This is anti-Steeler propaganda once again. Please be a typo. All right, that's it. That's it for those videos. Those are the budget cards. Hopefully you guys enjoyed how to look through budget cards and the best free cards to get off the bat between your team captains, your pre-order cards. There's also solo cards and stuff. I will see you guys later.